Hi guys, Andy here. So it's only recently that I've particularly got into using the wireless charging. Maybe it was because while I was in Boston I made use of it in a Starbucks. But I thought actually I should use it more often. It's a lot easier. I mean, it's only a small thing, sort of scrabbling around on the floor, picking up your cable, trying to make sure you've got it the right way around and plug it into the bottom of your phone. But actually it is quite nice to be able just to drop your device onto a charging pad. So I've got a couple of different ones that sort of sit flat on my desk, and I thought actually it'd be quite nice to have one that stood up as a, held it up as a stand, and maybe even then use my phone as kind of a night, a radio alarm clock almost, through the night. So I had a look through various different designs, and I ended up with this Elephas A2 QI wireless 3 coils stand charging pad charger dock, I think. Obviously it works on pretty much any device that's Qi compatible. We see there my Note 5 sitting into it. It's got a sort of a rubberized base bit down at the bottom there. So it sits in quite nicely. A slight angle to make sure that there's weight keeping it onto the coils, I suppose. And it covers a good portion, not as high as the camera, but a pretty huge portion of the back. Now the point of it being 3 coil, just see what it says on the sticker there. Look, 2 amps in. I think there's an amp out, yeah, and an amp out, which I think is almost as high as it goes on Qi chargers at the moment. Although I think Samsung have just released a fast charger. This is not a fast charger; it's a regular wireless charger. But the quality seems good. I like the sort of rubber padding bits where it sits, and the rubber padded base stops it from sliding around too easily. So I guess really then it's a matter of let's plug it in and see exactly how it operates. So here it is, and sure enough, there we go. Although I tapped the app switcher apparently. So as simple as that. It looks like it can quite easily be operated as well in the stand, which is good. I've got ampere here that can measure. So it says an amp coming in. That's 1,000 milliamps. But what ampere does, it will balance out. So anything that you're using at that time, it takes off. So there may well be an amp coming in, but I'm using 400 milliamps. That's how the battery is running down, is me using the milliamps. So 600 coming in, it's fairly healthy. I mean, it's not obviously rapid charge or anything like that. Look, you can see there it's a minus 600. That's what it thinks I'm using. Put it on to charge, put it in sideways, look. Now, I know the coil on the Note 5, or I think the coil on the Note 5 is slightly below center. And I've dropped it in the middle there, and it's saying 350, 380, so it's already going up, and then I move it a little bit towards the other end, and it jumps up. And you can see, I'm not quite sure this one gradually creeps up, whereas upright it was bang, it was straight in there at full whack. But I can tell you it went up just over 600, as you'd expect. Now what I did notice, the little lip just got in the way of my thumb. Maybe I can... it was quite annoying. I'd done it earlier, I think you might even have seen on the video. But it just quite often you'd have to sort of take the phone out to unlock with your thumb. It's not always. I could sometimes get it to unlock, but it did get a bit in the way. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's £20 on Amazon, and I think it's quite a nicely made stand. Really, I did notice that there was for some reason it didn't quite sit totally flush. It might be because of the rubberized base. It holds it out slightly. You see there's a little bit of daylight that creeps through. I mean, that may even just be because there's that round in the part of the design. Although if I push it, it gets a bit closer. But then at the top it probably comes away slightly, because the design on the pad has got a sort of circle. There we go. And I guess that's what was holding it away, top or the bottom, or giving a slight gap. But then maybe that's better that way for heat to get out, I suppose. You can charge through a small gap of a few millimeters, definitely no problem. So all in all, yeah, I was quite impressed with this. It's quite nicely made, well put together, nicely designed Qi wireless charging stand. £20 on Amazon. Let me know your thoughts. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.